All right, looks like we got a mountain of info to climb today.
Oh, yeah, someone's definitely been doing their homework.
And from the looks of it, they've got their sights set on Idaho. Lots of questions about setting up shop in the gem state.
Idaho, huh? Interesting. There's definitely a buzz about their business climate these days.
Yeah, and one thing that jumped out from all these resources, something about a free LLC.
Ah, yes, it's true. Idaho's got this unique thing going on.
Free LLC, like
Or,
totally free. I'm intrigued, but before we get into that,
sure, back to basics.
yeah, just a quick refresher. LLCs, limited liability company. It's kind of in the name, right? Protects your personal stuff if the business goes south.
Exactly. Think of it as a shield between your personal assets, house, car, savings, and your business dealings.
Yeah.
If things go wrong with the business, that personal stuff stays safe.
Gotcha. So back to this free LLC deal. How's that even possible?
Well, there's this website, Inc. Authority, and they're offering free LLC formation services specifically for Idaho.
Hmm. Free service. Sounds a little too good to be true. What's the catch?
Always good to be skeptical. They're probably hoping you'll need their other services later on.
Makes sense. And even with a free LLC, I'm guessing there's still paperwork, right? Got to keep things updated, right?
Absolutely. Idaho requires these annual reports. Basically, it's like checking in with the state, letting them know your LLC is still active, where you're located, who your registered agent is, all that.
So it's not a one and done kind of thing.
Nope, gotta stay on top of it. Each state has its own rules, and there can be penalties if you miss deadlines.
Right, deadlines. Notes taken. Now, besides this whole free LLC thing, what else makes Idaho attractive to businesses? That's not something about no sales tax.
Yeah, Idaho doesn't have a statewide sales tax. That could be a big draw, especially for businesses selling physical products. Think about it. You don't have to add sales tax to your prices, giving you a competitive edge.
Wow, that's a game changer. But I'm guessing there are some nuances to that, right? It can't be that simple.
You're right. There are always details. For example, this sales tax exemption mainly applies to sales within Idaho. If you're selling online to customers in other states, you might still need to collect and pay sales tax based on their location. It gets complicated.
Definitely something to keep in mind. So less taxes, less paperwork. Idaho sounded pretty good so far. What other perks are we missing?
A lot of the sources we've got here highlight Idaho's business-friendly regulations overall. They tend to have fewer bureaucratic hurdles compared to some other states, which can mean lower startup costs and faster launch time.
Lower costs, quicker launch. Music to any entrepreneur's ears. But okay, let's be real. There's got to be some downsides, right? Nothing's perfect.
Of course. Besides keeping up with those ongoing requirements, it's super important to research industry-specific regulations. Even though Idaho is generally business-friendly, certain industries might have their own rules and licensing requirements.
The fine print. Always got to read the fine print.
Exactly. And think about this. Idaho has a relatively small population. That could be a challenge depending on your business. Plus, they might have limited access to certain resources or infrastructure compared to bigger states.
Makes sense. Trade-offs, trade-offs. Okay, so someone's listening to this, they're thinking, Idaho, free LLC, let's do this. What's the first step?
First things first, do your homework on Inc. Authority. Read their terms and conditions carefully, see what others are saying about them online, really understand how they make money.
Basically, don't just jump in blindly.
Exactly. And remember that bit about common filing mistakes? Those sources mention some pitfalls people often fall into. A little research up front can save a ton of hassle down the road.
So it sounds like our listener is on the right track. They've got the Idaho dream, and this free LLC is a great starting point. But, as always, do your due diligence. Don't skip the details. Make sure Idaho truly fits your business vision.
Couldn't agree more. It's all about finding the right fit.
All right, that's a wrap on our Idaho deep dive. Hopefully we've given you some good food for thought.
Until next time.